Underdog Fantasy continues to be wildly successful for us. Let's see if we can continue that success into UFC Vegas 92. My name is Angelo. This is We Want Picks, and I'm going to give you my Underdog Fantasy entry for this weekend's UFC. If you don't know what Underdog Fantasy is, it's daily fantasy. It is not sports betting. This is not a sports book. It is fantasy, which means it's legal in pretty much all of the states. They'll even give you free money to play. All you need to do is go to wewantpicks.com/underdog, use promo code WWP, and they will instantly match your deposit. If you give them $20, they'll give you $20. If you give them $100, they will give you $100 instantly that you can use to build an entry. You can then win that entry 20 times your money and withdraw that money right off into the sunset, never to be found again. They have all sorts of different deposit matches, different promos, different things going on constantly. WeWantPicks.com/underdog, promo code WWP, get your free money, build an entry. I'm going to focus on this weekend's UFC. You can see across the side here, all sorts of different sports. Tons of different sports, both real and virtual. Bare knuckle is in here. Surfing. It's the first time. Let's see surfing. This is crazy. I don't even know how surfing works. Finishing position. Yeah, this is crazy. Well, every sport, including surfing. And what I love about Underdog is they have the most amount of options. Every single fighter is on this board, and every single one at least has one or two, let alone in this case, for Lerone Murphy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different options that we can work through to build an entry. Let's go ahead and build an entry. I'm going to build you a 3, a power 3. And the way a 3-pick play works is it pays out at 5 times. So $20 gets you 100. Let's go ahead and work our way forward. Right off the rip, I do like Lerone Murphy, and I like the lower than a half a finish. And obviously the payout will be adjusted because if you go for a chili pepper, they're going to juice it. That's an unlikely outcome. They're going to juice that line, and it'll increase the payout of your entire entry. If you get an obvious one, a lock, if you will, like Lerone Murphy not winning by finish, they'll discount it a bit. But this is all about slow and steady, wins the race. There's fights every weekend, and we want to build winning entries every weekend. If we get a 5x payout, great. If we get a 20x payout, even better. If we get a 4x payout, that's fine too. So we're going to do Lerone Murphy lower than a half of a finish. We have Lerone Murphy. Edson Barboza's all juiced, and these conflict with everything I said with Lerone Murphy, so we'll leave that alone. Chaos Williams is a guy that I considered, but there's a lot of questions there. He looked awful in his last fight. So we'll leave that alone. He is wildly dangerous, so I don't want to touch it. Themba Gorimbo, it was either his coach who died or his coach's father, something like that. But there was conflicting reports on the internet. I think they adjusted those reports to say coach's father. And Themba was crying in the press conference. Of course. I just don't know what that does for his psyche, his mental state. You know, we've seen professional athletes lose a loved one and then look better than ever, or just, not be there, understandably so. So we're going to leave Themba off, even though I do think he wins, and I think he was going to look really good doing it, but just not enough to trust there. His opponent's coming back after 2 years EA. Adrian Yanez, this is a guy that can finish. He's got 5 fights in the UFC, 5 fight of the night bonuses. He's finishing plenty of people. That's why the finish line is a little lower here. But his opponent is very, very durable. We'll leave that alone. Angela Hill. We're going to go on her significant strike line here. You can go the higher on fight minutes, 14.99. I would almost bet my life that this fight goes to a decision. But that's 0.65x. We will get the better payout with the higher on the significant strike. So I'm going to go that route. I think Angela Hill is going to land as many strikes as she wants to. I think she will avoid the grappling, even though in her last fight she was very grapple heavy. I think she's going to avoid the grappling. I think she's going to do what she does. Dance around, land a million strikes, not be dangerous, no finish. 15 minutes of pop. And she'll cruise past 74.5 as she has many, many, many times before. Tom Nolan, this fight could end in 30 seconds. It could be 15 minutes. We're going to leave that alone. Victor Martinez is on the other side of that. Abus Magomedov. This is a fight where over 6.5 fight minutes is something that I have over at Prize Picks, but Prize Picks has fewer options. So I was my hands are tied a little bit. I do think this fight may go a little bit longer because I think Warlley Alves is going to steamroll forward and Abus correctly so, will make the adjustments. Instead of being in a firefight, he's going to lower his level and shoot takedowns, and we're going to end up in a grappling match, essentially, with Warley working his way up, Boost getting another takedown, and I think this fight does go a little bit over a round and a half. I think a little bit over 6.5 minutes. We don't even need a full round and a half. We need a round and then 1.5 minutes. So I think we are good. I think that's safe, but I don't have it in here because the other entry that I do like, where are we at? Ducati. Emily Ducati higher than 14.99 fight minutes. The reality is that is another fight that will be going the distance. Emily Ducati is not dangerous. You can do her significant strike line if you prefer, 82.5. We can do the over there and adjust your payout. You'll get a better payout doing that than the fight time minutes. So, that's entirely up to you. If you want to chase the better payout, that will increase it quite a bit, actually. I just went with the fight time minutes because to me, that is a straight up guarantee as far as fist fights are concerned. So I like to play the safer route. But again, if you want to go significant strikes, the higher on that will be totally fine at 82.5, or the higher on fight minutes at 14.99, which means it has to go to decision. That should hit as well. This is my entry. If you love it, great. If you hate it, that's fine too. The most important thing here is go to wewantpicks.com/underdog. Use promo code WWP. Let them give you that deposit match. Take that free money and then build yourself as many entries as you would like. Wewantpicks.com/underdog. Promo code WWP.